Okay, we are back. Welcome back. Welcome back to Middle Earth. Welcome back to the Lone Lands with Garrelad the Elf. It was just a beautiful sunset. I had Garrelad standing here, and it was just radiant right above his head. And as soon as I got to where I was ready to start, it faded. And now it's just, I mean, it's still nice, but it doesn't have the radiance that it really had a second ago. So sorry, everyone missed it. I just take my word for it. It was really pretty. Shadow's still in the right direction. That's interesting. Okay, so we are. What are we doing? We are at the Forsaken Inn in the Lone Lands. We're actually turning in quests right now. We have a lot of quests to turn in. This is, yeah, but yeah, we have a lot. We haven't even actually worked our way to Candaith yet, who is the epic story. But yeah, so we got to turn in. We've finished. Well, we I don't know if we finished it, but we did a lot of Minas Aerial quests, a little bit of random landscape stuff, and I'm not sure if we're going back to Minas Aerial to be honest, but we will find out. Okay. I wonder if I should check for tasks. I mean, I have a lot. Let's see what I got. Wooden maces. Not on here. Large filth is on here. Let's go ahead and... Oh, I don't need a tutorial. Thank you, though. Does anybody remember how to... I thought there was a box. This constable...
Greetings.
Okay. Alright, well, it's fine. We will figure it out. Does he have anything we want? Not particularly. That's not great. That is, though. Alright. Wolf tails, boar tusks, and orc shields. You are quite the skilled warrior. It may seem a menial task to you, but believe me when I say this is much appreciated. The people here at the inn struggle enough without worrying about the wildlife and evils that are spreading unhindered. Ever since those lights appeared atop Weathertop, we've had one trouble after another, and there isn't a sign of relief in sight. Take this small reward, you've earned it.
Would you do something for me?
Level up. Excellent. I knew we were right on the edge there. You handled yourself very well against the orcs, swine, and wolves. I think you may be able to assist my deputy. He headed out to the camp on the far eastern side of Minas Aerial. He is watching over one of the workers there and the brother of that ornery fellow, Gaderick. If you are interested in helping him out with the task I put before him, seek him at the camp on the far eastern edge of Minas Aerial. Easy enough. I don't understand the tasks, though. So, it's supposed to be, you would have the bulletin board and you would have a chest. That's how it's done in the late game. I don't know. I wonder if there's a particular NPC inside I need to speak to. I have to come in here anyway, so it's not a problem. We also have this amazing new hat, which we will not be able to see because of our hood and, you know, the general cosmetic situation. Oh, more trade slots. What? Okay. That's upsetting. Okay.
It's a sorry day.
These are fine furs indeed. I'll cure these and sew a nice batch of new blankets for the guests. I'll thank you for your time with a bit of coin from my purse. Fate. Sure, why not? It's a bit of an improvement, right? See, this is gonna just do this every time. You know, it's fine.
Can't you leave me to my misery?
Oh, these will do nicely. We can put the marrow from the bones and wrap the peeled fat in marrow and salt. Add a dash of my secret spices, and we'll once again have several helpings of Arinora's boar surprise. You did very well. Take these coins as your payment. Oh, jeez. Alright.
It's a sorry day.
Is that awful smell coming from these feathers? Oh my, I had never thought that those terrible little birds could give off such a stench. No matter, I suppose. With the cooking that old mugwort does, this stench will fade into the background of the curious smells that haunt the inn in no time. Oh, that's not particularly appealing. I don't care about this. Boots, boots, boots. Alright. Oh dear. Alright.
How can I be of service?
The fox's trousers. I love that. Not particularly valuable though. Yeah. Oli and I will be pleased with these curiosities. Oh, Oli will be pleased with these curiosities. For certain, and the wolf teeth should help sweeten the deal. I must admit I was not certain that you would succeed. The arrival of the goblins has done much to change the nature of my work here in the Lone Lands. You have earned this reward, friend, and I hope you find it sufficient. I know that Redbrush will be pleased with this livery. Oh, good. Alright, I get to do some selling, because I am quite overburdened here. Wow. More so than I actually expected, to be honest. Wow. Before I go selling everything I have, we'll go ahead and use that.
How may I help you?
Drop of amber resin. Not needed. So I can't actually... I'm not getting anything from this. It's going into a sort of... an overage count until I increase my gold cap, and then I'll have access to this money. But I don't think that that's... I don't know how long it stays in the sort of escrow or whatever you call it. I assume indefinitely, because that just keeps us consistently motivated, but I'm not completely sure. Opals, I think we want opals. I don't remember. Do we want opals? Yes, we do. Smith, German, jeweler scroll case. Ooh. And we already have that. Oh well, that's a waste. Yeah, I know. I'm sure this is riveting, but unfortunately it's, you know, inventory management. It's an RPG staple. Alright. Lieve. See how the roof looks. Oh, no better. Why do I have a feeling it will never change?
I'm sorry. Did you need something?
I have a little more to offer you than my thanks. My scarecrow will stand outside the Forsaken Inn as a warning to the goblins of Van Nunlos. They'll think twice when they see that we've made such a mockery of them. Thank you for all you have done, Loremaster. I'm happy to help. Journeyman's jeweler? Oh, come on.
I'm sorry to trouble you, but
Are
will you
these
help
all
me?
just repeatable quests?
I'm sorry to trouble you, but will you help me?
Do we want to take these? I say let's do it. Let's go completionist on this. I hate the goblins. I do. Skulking thieves, the lot of them, sneaking about in the night so they can pick the best herbs and mushrooms. They'll soon pick the lone lands dry if they go unhindered. Not that there was much out here to begin with. I don't feel like they'd have any need for those, for herbs and mushrooms, but maybe just to keep you from having them. I made a special draft for them, though. It'll make them sluggish and unruly, maybe unruly enough to fight amongst themselves. And if not, well, It'll have other effects that just might make them change their minds about staying here. Take these drafts and pour them into the barrels located in the goblins' camps to the northeast of the inn at Weatherfoot, at the base of Weathertop. Return to me when the deed is done. Okay, I figured that was going to be Minas Ariel, but good, we're starting to move towards Weathertop, which is what I was hoping for.
I don't know if you can help me.
Since you are headed northeast into the goblin-infested hills and vales, I think I ought to ask you one more favor and issue you one more warning. There are wargs among the goblins, and a good many of them. Old Mugwort, a dear friend of mine and the cook here at the Forsaken Inn, hates them fiercely. I hate goblins, though, and seeing that I do, I want you to be mindful of the packmaster, Luz. If you see him, steel your nerve and grab your steel. I like that. It will be a difficult battle, but you should defeat him. When you do, return to me with news of the fight. And is this a general?
Might I take a moment
anywhere?
of your time?
Southeast. Yeah. I'm not just the server and maid. Actually, this is repeatable. We don't need to hear that narrative again, do we?
What do you need?
You have my thanks, Gary lad. With these fragments of pottery, I will be able to continue my trade. I and my customers, such as the vocal Mrs. Sandheaver, will each be happy. I do fear for the Eglain, though. Scavengers they may be, but they have a right to make a living as they see fit, and the increase in danger across the lone lands threatens that right. If need be, I could return to Bree and take up my father's axe and become a woodsman. For the people living here in this unforgiving stretch of the wild, there is no such work to be found. Oh. This. I don't love either one of these, to be honest. But I'm going to take that one. We're going to replace the gold, which it did not do automatically, which is somewhat frustrating. Is that right? Yeah, that works.
Woe be me.
You've done me a favor, friend, and I feel that I owe you something. I've not much to spare other than a little coin, and that's not worth much this far from Bree. There are some others here at the inn who might have need of help. You should speak with our server, Lieva Dowerlily. Lieva has been working on a scarecrow meant to scare the goblins away. Why not speak with her? You've been a help to me, but you're not willing to leave it at that, are you? I'm perfectly willing, actually, but... Excellent. Okay, yeah, this is our Forsaken quest. Alright, Gadarak and his 5 quests that we have completed.
It's a sorry day.
Leofwine is alive. My friend, you cannot understand the joy this brings me. You have given me a great gift this day, and I shall never forget what you have done. Please take this. It is a gift with much meaning, my friend. Yes.
I'm sorry. Did you need something?
Yeah. Your efforts are much appreciated, Loremaster. Long ago, my people left the bustle of city life behind, instead choosing to live our lives here in the place of our ancestors. We took the name Eglain, the Forsaken, and lived here in peace with nature, taking only what the ruins offered to us. There was peace, and we did not think to fear for it. But then a ranger and some others crossed the last bridge into the Trollshalls, and evil has spread in their wake. From the north came goblins and dwarves in league with orcs, unheard of, but true. From the south, orcs bearing a symbol of a white hand spread into Anunlos. All of these foes ravaged the land and drove us from the ruins where we once lived in peace. Alright, so if I'm understanding correctly... let's see, maximum power boost, though. I'm assuming Minas Ariel was their home. And it was taken over by orcs. But this has not happened quickly. I mean, this has happened quickly since the Rangers came through, or since the Ranger and others came through. So that's Strider, of course. So this is all just very, very fresh, which is what explains why the bodies in Minas Ariel are, you know, not in any way decomposed. I mean, I'm here right at the end of a major slaughter. Let's see.
I'm sorry, did you need something?
Get another one of these. It's a good thing. Please be new. Great. Oh! Well, this is interesting. This is Talisman of the Polar Bear. Okay, this will turn, if I'm not mistaken, our good friend Beast into a polar bear. Well, it doesn't hurt to go ahead and learn the skill. Whether or not we can be persuaded to do that is another story. I'm sort of attached to Beast as he is. Would it even be Beast?
Can't you leave me to my misery?
I'm about ready to do just that, actually. Thank you, Elf. Terror spreads into our homes, and we are powerless to stand against these foes. We are not warriors, but gatherers and craftsmen. Many of our tribe are old, sick, or very young. Not all are as capable as my brother and I. We were sent to search the lone lands for aid. The ranger to the north is of no use to us. He sits and watches the orcs and their crabine, even as goblins slay my people here in the south. You have done much to earn my trust, and I shall speak well of you to my brother. So he's referring to Candaith, of course, the apparently unhelpful ranger.
Woe to me.
This was a fitting end for such vicious creatures as these cruel wargs. My people will be heartened to know they have allies like you in the lone lands. We will find some way to repay our debt to you, Garelad. You bet you will. Stats on this stuff just aren't doing it for me. Probably being too picky, but... And I'll go
I'm
back
sorry
this
to
again.
trouble you, but will you help me? I'm sure it will do no good, but may I speak with you?
Thus far you have proven true to your word. My judgment, however, is often clouded by my passion, and for this reason, I will send you on to my brother. He will know whether you are true of intent. You will find him by following the roadway east to where it begins to rise. There is a vale to the south that will lead to the backside of Minas Ariel. He is encamped there with others. Pass his test. Perhaps you will earn our trust and earn passage to speak with one who knows much of what transpires now in these lands. I'm assuming he means Radagast the Brown, since that is ultimately the character we're looking for here.
What can I do for you?
You can probably buy all of this. Isn't one of these for... Right, okay. Alright, that didn't take as long as I expected. I'm getting better at getting it done, I suppose. That's probably not true. Alright. And it's evening. That didn't take too long. Alright. We have a point. What are we going to do? I need to do this, but we're already on this right here. Yeah. Excellent. Still good on all this. We do have one of these available. I have to keep that in mind. Alright. So, it is now time to venture to Weathertop, which means we're going to go ahead and pull up this quest. What do we not need? We don't need the bounty quests. Come on. And these two we don't need. So, hold up. It looks like I may have another quest here to turn in. Alright. Ha! Well, this is probably not right. Hand of the Forsaken. A polished... Yeah, right here.
Oh, it's a soddy day.
It belongs to Pingal. It looks like he got himself caught. Well, that's not particularly helpful. Well, we will see what Candace says about it. Yeah. That seems to be the best bet at this point. And off into the tall grass we go. Towards Weathertop. But we need Lily. Lily is not loading. There's Lily. Sorry that took so long, Lily. You know, this is a talkative group of people. They apparently don't get a lot of visitors here. Now let's try out this skill that I actually have not used yet. Sticky Gourd. That is nice. Yeah, I do need to go ahead and get my fire damage skill. I'm not sure how I feel about that sound, though, that sticky gourd skill makes. It's awfully squishy, which I guess is the idea, because it's sticky, but it's not pleasant to listen to. Here, listen. Well, let's wait. Give it a chance to get off cooldown. You hear that? Sounds like something squishy. Since when are fireballs squishy? 'Cause look. Smashes the foe with burning pitch, dealing fire damage. Burning pitch. It's a gourd. It's just a gourd that explodes into fire. I feel like there's a few things that I don't know about explosives. Is this where we want to go? Yes, it is. It's a goblin camp. Alright. Or I think it's a goblin camp. Those tents look very goblin-y. Or orcish. Ah, there's Pingo. Pingal. Okay. We got this. We'll be right with you, Pingo. We just need to, you know, priorities. Oh, jeez. How would you like to be tied to a post with an impaled goblin head directly behind you? Oh, God. That is... I mean, clearly this was just a random set piece they chose. But, man, they've created a horror movie here.
I don't know anything, I'm sure.
Thieves' goblins took that from me even after we had agreed on payment. I have learned my lesson dealing with these creatures. Can you help me? Yeah, absolutely.
Will you help me?
Well, let me see what you're going to give me first. Can't hurt to be informed. Pretty terrible. Oi, lend a man a hand, won't you? These cursed goblins captured me after I made an honest effort to trade. Oh, I know it's wrong, but a man's got needs, and one of those needs is eating, friend. I ain't had myself a square meal since heading north with those fellows what moved on the brie fields, and I'm not like them. I just want to get by and earn enough coin to purchase a patch of land to call my own. If you don't help me, I'll be lucky to last a night. These goblins kept saying they want to trade meat to orcs at Midgewater Pass. If you take me southwest to the Forsaken Inn, I'll give you some corn and pick from the treasures I found in the ruins. We have a deal? Oh, we got it's a long escort mission. Oh, great. A long escort mission with you searching for a sword in the meantime. That's great. Oh dear. Hey, don't you want to stop for these goblin food barrels? And of course he has to walk right into it. Oh, good. Looks like we have help. Very good. I won't be complaining about that. But I want to kill Luz. Do it for the Luz. Well, that goes without saying. We're still looking for the sword, really? We haven't crossed that threshold yet, huh? Well, I'm just looking for the sword. It seems to have quite a bit of health. Oh, hello there. Take it slower. You could stay behind me, and let me do the fighting. You're gonna walk right through that fire, aren't you? Yeah, well, wouldn't it surprise me? You know, I was going to complain about the overuse of the, my father's sword style narrative. It's always every weapon is a family heirloom. Yeah, it can't just be a weapon. It's got to be, have been in the family for generations. But I think that actually would, if, for trying to be as realistic as possible, I think that would actually happen. It would make sense in this sort of a society that most good weapons, really all of them that aren't damaged in some way, would be handed down. And there would be a sort of overabundance of family heirlooms. I mean, what couldn't be a family heirloom, right? Pretty much anything fits the category. Alright, so we're trying to finish the foul-smelling draft. Good evening. Good work, you lady. Well, we're making quick work of it. But where is the barrel? There's one. Aha! Two of them. Alright. So, doing well. Is that it? Are we... Yeah. Okay, good. But I do want to go ahead and talk to Candace now. Sort of get that sort of underway. Well, it's apparently a more challenging task than I anticipated. Thorn Talent Scout. I really like that name. As much as I despise birds in this game. Really? Is this not a way over to Candace? Do I have to walk around the base of the... Alright. Where do with the horse? I am still going to be on the lookout for another horse. I like this one, but, again, does not match the green outfit. And while I'm not married to the green outfit, I am definitely married to not having this color blue on an outfit. Oh, we are making a terrible mistake. Track minds. We are still trying to finish journeyman crafting. So we definitely need ore for jeweling and prospecting. fine. 2, 3, 4, 5. This must be the spot. Okay, this should be, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, there's the wood. This is where the Fellowship stayed. This is where the hobbits first sort of lit their campfire and got a little, you know, prematurely relaxed. Because these wood stockpiles are mentioned. So yeah. Our sightseeing continues. I mean, if that campsite was there, I don't know why Candace didn't just, you know, acquiesce it. That's not the right word, is it? Right. And we have company.
What do you need?
Radagast the Brown. I have not seen him and know not of his passing. But there is a cold and a shadow that has come to these lands of late.
Greetings.
Saradan's word comes late to the Lone Lands. If Radagast the Brown passed into these lands, then perhaps hope is not lost in this place. I have returned only recently from a journey in lands far to the east, lands held firmly in the grip of evil. When I returned from that journey, I learned, to my dismay, that evil does not stir in the east alone. Goblins now roam to the south, while their larger and more ferocious cousins among the orcs spread through the weather hills like a festering plague. Well, there's our answer to the goblin-orc question. There's definitely a division. I did double check, by the way. There is no official division between goblins and orcs in Tolkien, but there is here in the game, just as a way to differentiate mobs. I must find the main body of the orcs. If you will assist me in driving back the enemy in these hills, I will begin the search for Radagast the Brown. What say you? I say absolutely.
What do you need?
Oh, jeez. Crabbin, really? These lands have become much darker in recent days. Since my time wandering in the eastern stretches of the Lone Lands, a dark shadow has flocked down from the sky. Now they patrol the western lands as well as the east in search of something for their unseen masters. I speak of the Crebine, vile creatures with a gift of intelligence greater than any should possess, or greater than they should possess. We must do what we can to thwart their efforts. Kill these vile birds and collect their eyes. It is the only way to ensure that they cannot return the information that they have gathered to their masters. You will find them all throughout the Weather Hills. Easy enough. So kill orcs and kill birds. That's really, really, really easy. And the sort of thing I enjoy doing anyway. Well, not the birds so much. You will die by lightning. At least they make it obvious which ones are melee, which ones aren't, by giving them the name Foul Arrow. Oh, hello there. feel like this is part of a... Have we already done a quest, killing messengers? Oh. Good show. Again, we have this problem where Lily doesn't always attack the foes that are attacking me. That should be a given, even when she's in aggressive mode. Sniper. That should be a ranged orc. Right. Yeah, that attack is definitely kicks ass now. Oh, good. We get to look for birds. Well. Really is a nice place. Nice weathertop, in case you've never seen it up close. Not that this is particularly up close, but we'll be climbing it at some point. I don't know if I've mentioned this on another stream, but I will never forget the first time I got here in this game. Not this particular spot, but within eyesight of a weathertop. And granted, keep in mind, this was on a machine that was running on the absolute lowest graphical settings. And I still just was just speechless. Just as a fan, you know, to finally get there. Basically trek my way there from the Shires. It's a good feeling. That, by the way, is why I had such a problem just to play catch up and explain what I'm about to say. I haven't done a lot of these early quests in a very long time, and so when I got to Gandalf in the Prancing Pony, and he sent me to Rivendell for the, what is it, Road to Erebor quest line, I was very disappointed in that. I do not like that they made the decision to send you to Rivendell. Because for players that are... I don't think I'm just speaking for myself. I mean, I am, but I'm sure others can relate. People who are huge fans of the stories. There's just so much lost when you don't get to make that long journey to these iconic locations. Because, I mean, going into the Rivendell Valley for the first time is really a surreal experience. And I do feel like it's cheapened when they teleport you there from Bree. Oh. But what I'm really trying to say is, get off my lawn. And that's really what I'm going for. Is he AFK? Yeah. He's in the same spot he was earlier. Man of Music.
What do you need?
Though it seems an ignoble task, I tell you plainly that this was necessary. The Crebain are spies for eyes from afar, and they seek some grand prize here. With all that I have seen in these lands as of late, I fear there is some great wheel turning, and I can only hope that our part can slow its progress. Thank you, Geralad, for all you have done.
How can I be of service?
I thank you, Geralad, but my thanks are tempered with concern. I have never seen a force of orcs like this in Eriador before today, organized and well provisioned. They hold an encampment and an outlet within the Midgewater Pass, and bear a strange charge on their banners and shields, one that I have not seen before. The numbers of this camp are great, but the day may come when we can drive them howling from the lone lands. Not today, I fear, but perhaps not so far off. There is another matter that demands our attention, an urgent matter. We will see to the destruction of their camp in the Midgewater Pass later.
How can I be of service?
As I began my search for Radagast near the Midgewater Pass, I witnessed an orc messenger depart in great haste. Quickly I followed, trailing him eastwards along the shoulder of the hills and then south, but my search was interrupted. I could follow no further, for foul Crebain circled above, and to be discovered would do greater injury to our work here than I can permit. Once again I must call upon your aid. The messenger likely carries with him orders to the outlying camps. If you can intercept the messenger, we may learn the nature of these orders. So armed, we will be better equipped to deal with the orc threat. Search among the orc camps in Gloomhollow, to the west, and return to me with the orders this messenger surely possesses. I will seek sign of Radagast passing elsewhere. So all you've contributed, Candace, so far is you've found another job for me to do. I mean, you're a ranger. I still feel very overpowered, by the way, with Lily. And kind of in general, though, I think I'm probably squishier than I realize, because Lily takes most of the aggro, almost all the aggro, to be honest. So I'm probably going to find myself in a very, very dire situation sooner rather than later. And we can't forget the spider incident in Minas Tirith. Though in my defense, they had technical help. Alright, messenger. Is there only one messenger, or is there multiples? Oh, it's a pillager. I just like to watch the swarm of bees, so I like to activate it now and then. Alright, we have competition for kills, but it doesn't look like competition for the messenger in particular. So stay focused, Lily. You should be right around here. Let's go ahead. Be a little sneaky. Yeah, this is... It looks like we did miss the spawn, because the guy should be right here. I thought that was Lily, and I was wondering why she was so far behind. Aha! Thought you could hide, eh? Thought you were inconspicuous. Say hello to my little friend, Auto Loot. I don't have to go anywhere near you. Alright. Notifications, of course. Of course. Goblin Slayer Advanced. That means I got a title? Goblin Hewer. Yeah. Snorefest. Like I said, I'm not impressed with most titles, especially Slayer titles. Every now and then you'll get a little gem, but... And you can't expect them to be all creative, considering how many there are, but, you know, doesn't mean I have to use them. We are drinking vodka and Diet Coke tonight. I actually had just the bottom of the bottle of vodka left, so I went ahead and emptied it. So we're getting nice big doses.
How can I be of service?
These orders are written in the Black speech, Gary lad, a tongue I have never desired to learn. I should have been prepared for this, but I hoped that we would learn something useful immediately. While you were seeking these orders, I followed signs of Radagast through the hills. I was not alone in this pursuit, as a patrol of orcs soon happened upon my location. Let me guess, you want me to go kill them for you right now? I was forced to break off my pursuit, and I lost my bow as I evaded the orcs beneath the eaves of the wood. It was a close thing, Geralad, a close encounter that yielded insight into the Orcs' leadership. You did well for your part, and soon we will understand the intentions of these Orcs as well as their leadership. Alright.
How can I be of service?
The Orcs took my bow from me, and while it will not be difficult to make a new one, I am loath to be parted from it. It is very dear to me, for it was passed down from my grandfather to my father, and from my father to me. Yeah, speak of the devil, right? One of War Master Uzor's archers has surely taken it for his own. Search the vicinity of the Midgewater Pass for archers bearing the mark of the White Hand. If you are truly brave, look too within Bleak Rift to the northwest. I have seen many archers in that place, from a fair distance, and one of them might have taken my bow as a spoil of war. Bring caution with you, Geralad.
How can I be of service?
While you trek within Bleak Rift, searching for Uzor, be on the lookout for lockboxes or anything that has the appearance of value that the Orcs may have stolen. If my hunch of Radagast is correct, then this will prepare you well for the future and the possibility of dealing with a variety of people here in the Lone Lands. I will say nothing more of them now, as they are a private people and it is not for me to reveal their secrets. You will know what I speak of should you see them, but you keep your search centered around the Bleak Rift.
How can I be of service?
I would have easily evaded the Orcs I pursued, Geralad, were it not for the War Master that traveled with them. Uzor, they called him, and gave to him what respect that their kind reserved for their strongest and fiercest warriors. It is likely that Uzor returned to Bleak Rift within the Midgewater Pass, for that seemed to be his domain. He must be slain, and whatever orders were given to him, recovered. Bleak Rift is northwest of here, on the northeastern edge of the Midgewater Pass, surrounded by a shallow body of water. Defeat War Master Uzor, and look for a letter of some kind near his person. Return to me victorious, and we will discuss further what must be done. Bleak Rift is likely to be a dangerous place, Geralad. Be careful. I will continue my search for Radagast. What makes you think that that letter that I retrieve is not also going to be in the Black Speech? That's what I'm wondering. I mean, I guess the idea, and hopefully he didn't just get through saying it, but Radagast can translate this stuff. I mean, certainly that's what's going to end up happening, right? I mean, if a wizard can't translate Black Speech, then, you know, they're a pseudo-wizard. Right then. I missed him. Enjoy that. Have I lost Lily? No, she's still alive. She's doing her thing. Probably not stunning enemies and running away from them. I actually really love this area we're about to enter, the Bleak Rift. Not much to it. It's just this. I've always liked this sort of canyon, ravine type fortress areas. And I've taken the wrong path, so off to a wonderful start. Alright, we're jumping. Oof. 30 seconds. Oh, to live in a world where you could jump off a cliff and complain about a 30-second leg sprain. Ooh, there's ore up there. And looks like our friend Jin and Tin. I'm not sure how you pronounce that name actually, but I think what I like most about this spot is just kind of wondering what it would have looked like before. I mean, clearly there was some sort of a something here, if not a military structure. I mean, this could have been who knows what. All right, there's the actual shallows where you're supposed to cross. So, a bat. Blast radius on those things is just really impressive. Sticky gourds. Jasper is with me, by the way, and he's consistently trying to find a comfortable sleeping position, as cats are wont to do. And since he sits right on my lap, as does my keyboard, that can be a bit tricky sometimes. Alright, we got the bow. Good. Look at this. Teamwork. He seems to be a much better lore master than me. I mean, he's actually using his messes properly. And, you know, just generally using skills that aren't burst damage. Which is all I do. In case that wasn't obvious. Still hoping to do some group content and stream it. The way? Yeah. But yeah, see how cool this is? With the bridges? This is just really neat. Oh, good. You aren't getting the iron, buddy. Sorry. But I should probably Ready when you are, kiddo. Excellent. You know what? You can have the supply crate. Which I'm pretty sure is not a group spawn. Is it? No. Alright. Well, unfortunately, I need one more lockbox, so... Oh, there. Good. Well, we made quick work of that, thanks to our friend Degen, or Jen. I'm not quite sure, since I'm pretty sure it's Dijinn. Of course. Gerlad cannot leave well enough, or Gerlad. Lily cannot leave well enough alone. Of course, it's up to me, since I've commanded her to be aggressive, but... Like any good pet owner, I know when to blame the pet for behavior that I am ultimately responsible for. It's the American way. There's ore. No, there's not. That's Lily. Wow. That was curious. And now Jasper has decided to turn on floaty names because they're bothering him. Really? Come on. How are we on ore right now? Let's see. Oh no. 15. Jeez. And 5 chunks of silver. We are not doing well on the ore acquisition. Like I said before, I was concerned that we would end up having to put our questing on hold to finish the crafting, and I'm going to say that it's pretty much a guarantee at this point. Because if I'm not mistaken, this hill right here, or here, unfortunately the elevation isn't marked, but right around here is the cutoff point for ore. So as we cross this way, we're in the next tier. We'll be finding, we won't find the barrow iron or the silver anymore. So, and I don't think it's far off quest-wise. I'm not completely sure what all goes on in this area. And of course Weathertop, but I don't think it's that much. Fingers crossed we just hit a mother load of ore. Weathertop again. I don't feel like, I could be wrong, but in the movies, I don't, alright Lily, come on. I don't feel like Weathertop had as much of a ruined fortress look to it. It was more mountain than it was fortress. And I remember being impressed by that the first time I saw it in the game, that it did indeed look like a fortress, which of course it should. But when you think about the way it's described and the way you think about it, the way it was used in the book practically as, you know, a sort of flat top mountain, that's all you think about it. It sort of becomes almost a like Close Encounters of the Third Kind type artifact. But yeah, it is in the game and should be basically a castle almost.
What can I do for you?
Another letter written in a black speech, Geralad, and its meaning evades me, as did that of its fellow. This one, however, bears the mark of the White Hand. I must know what message this letter bears, Geralad. This is not a task for you, Geralad. I have finally discovered information on the whereabouts of Radagast, but there is something that you must see first. I should see first, I'm sorry. Yeah.
What can I do for you?
As I was returning from the lands to the east, the night sky over Weathertop was lit by bright flashes of white light, akin to lightning, yet no clouds darkened the sky, and of thunder there was no sound. I think that no ordinary storm visited Amonsul that night. Amonsul is just Weathertop's actual name. I ask you to search the ruins atop Weathertop and see if there is anything to find, my friend. If you find anything out of the ordinary, return to me immediately. So, fine. You can come with me, you know.
What do you need?
Thank you, my friend. This bow will yet slay many orcs before its time is ended. I thank you for its happy return.
What do you need?
Yes, I think that these will do nicely. More on that in a short while, for there is much more to do about these orcs before I send you onward to the inhabitants of the Lone Lands. Good. I hear much more work to be done, as much more ore to find. Alright, we're going to go ahead and climb Weathertop. What other quests do we have we need to turn in? Do we want to climb Weathertop first, or we want to go to the... Well, actually, that's what I'll do after I climb it. I'll just take the milestone back to the inn. Because going up Weathertop is a wonderful experience, but going down it is just monotonous. I really hope. Yeah, okay. Just saying, I really hope this is the right way. I mean, it should be, it's the path, but you never know. I really need to find some shoes and some gloves. I don't know why I didn't take this into account when designing this outfit, but the shoes and gloves are atrocious. And the gloves I can do something about, at least by getting rid of them for now. That's much better. But the shoes are not going to work. It's the price you pay, I think I've mentioned before, of not having played a character that wore shoes. I never had to think of that as a aspect of the outfit. We'll probably change our outfit. Let's see. There's a bard, so I'm assuming there's a vault there. When we get to Oscaroth, we'll probably maybe consider a different outfit. Maybe. We certainly won't be considering a new staff skin anytime soon. I'm just still can't get over how cool this one looks. Alright, so what is that? That is ministerial, I guess. Or part of it. Sounds like there's somebody else up here. Oh, a couple people. And what is this? Oh, looking back over at... Yeah, that's Bleak Rift. And here we are. Can we see Oscar off from here? Alright. This here is this fortress. I think that's a Dowerhand fortress, if I'm not mistaken, but I very well could be. And we have the rune-covered rock. You take a rubbing of the runes on the rock and put it in your pack. By the way, this is, in case you don't know, a G. This first symbol right here. And this is 3. Which means, if I remember correctly, G for Gandalf, 3 for the 3rd of the month. I think that's what it was. A message saying that he was here. Okay, I think we had decided to do it the cheap way. Anonlos. I wish it didn't say that. I wish it said the Forsaken Inn, because that's very broad. Alright.
It's a sorry day. I don't know if you can help me.
Oh, ha, I'm sitting here trying to turn it in. She has the other quest.
It's a sorry day.
Alright. Wow. Holy crap. Leveled up again. Okay. And we have renders an ally immune to stuns, dazes, and other combat states for 20 seconds. Jeez. Well, that's useful. Considering that it has a 20-second or 18-second cooldown. This could be very useful. Yeah, for tanks. Yeah, I'm really kind of bummed that I'm not doing a lot of group content, because this class seems like it must be a blast in groups.
Woe to me.
The goblins didn't seem to show any ill effects from the draft. Well, I guess I shouldn't really be surprised. Goblins eat anything and everything. No sense fussing about that right now. You did well by me, Gary lad. I owe you a little coin at the very least. Coin and a shield, it looks like.
Woe to me.
Ha! What great news to know that such a menace has been dealt with so swiftly. You have proven that you are truly a good ally to the people in the inn. I wonder if there's any more that I can have you do. I'm sure you'll think of something.
I'm sure it will do no good, but
Don't care about that.
may I speak with you?
Actually, no. I'm not interested in any more bounties, because I'm going to assume that these scroll cases are basically useless. Oh. I stand corrected. Now, is that a single-use recipe? May only be used once. I should probably hold on to that then. Because then I can make 2 bracelets. And as luck would have it, I have 2 arms.
I'm sorry. Did you need something?
He was captured by the goblins. Ha! Fools running off to make deals with goblins deserve what they get. You rescued him, though, and that makes you a better man than I guess. I did empty his room when he didn't come back, and that note appeared. I took what was owed me, but you can have the rest. Such a good person as yourself ought to be given something for helping a fool like him. I think that if you would have seen him strapped up to a post with a dead goblin's head on it, you'd probably be a little more sympathetic than you're being. Oh, why do I keep doing this?
I don't suppose you need anything.
I don't suppose you could enunciate the E in need anymore than you already are. There's a jeweler case in here somewhere. Yeah. Look at that. Repair? Oh, see, I'm not playing smart here, am I? As long as I have this gold cap, I really should be repairing first. Spending money before I earn money. Hey, we got another loot box. Let's see what we can get. Wait, what do we get? Garbage. That's garbage. Wow. Yeah. Not particularly useful. I mean, it's not bad, but just always hope for more in a loot box. Let's look at this for a second. Okay, so it is what? It is dawn. Don't you feel like it should be brighter in here? I mean, you saw how bright it was outside. I mean, it should be like daylight in this inn. This is why you can play the game as long as I have and not notice that half the roof is gone. Bring the rock rubbing to Candaith. Do we want to throw on anything? Go with that. 5 pints of Forsaken Ale. Those don't do anything. But we'll have some anyway. Like I said, I can never bring myself to give up or to sell food, and At the moment, it doesn't really benefit me to sell much of anything. Oh, excellent. Silver. That is the hot commodity at the moment. So the only quests we have are breadcrumb quests, and Candave, so that's good. We are where we need to be. Just... Oh, we've outleveled these characters. Not that that stops Lily from, you know, satiating her bloodlust. I'm assuming the paleness of my screen is a result of the Forsaken L. Forsaken L, I hear, is made with the finest rainwater collected in buckets from the hole in the roof. Yeah, is it just me, or I feel like you are quite merry. Yeah, this is kind of unexpected. 4 pints of Forsaken L. There are many fabled brews in Middle-earth. This is not one of them. I like that. Yeah, this is way more intoxicated than you normally get with alcohol in this game. So, good brew, I guess. Do not adjust your monitor. Once again, I feel like I'm taking the hardest possible route to get to this ranger camp. Yes.
How can I be of service?
Ah, you have found something. Let me see this rock rubbing you have made. The runes are common, but I do not know what they signify. I am afraid this does not tell me much of the lightning, Geralad, but it tells me something of the source. Likely the same person responsible for sending you to me. Good.
Greetings.
Geralad, I have news of Radagast, but I must ask you once again for assistance here. The letter you recovered from Bleakrift speaks of the Orcs' true goals, taking control of Amansul. Orc forces are to move towards the crest of Amansul under cover of night and will move in a large group, establishing small units among the path from that larger force. We cannot stand against the force when they are assembled, but we can once they are splintered. They wish to establish a base that will allow them to advantage over the entirety of the Lone Lands. We must follow their plans, Geralad. Return to me when you are ready. Together we shall scale Amansul and defeat Riol, their leader, before he can carry out his master's will. And I will get a nice little boost. And I don't want to give up maximum power, so. Alright, here we go.
What do you need?
If you are prepared, I will lead the way. We must be swift, else the Orcs may succeed at whatever foul mischief they have planned. Well, they plan on establishing a base, so we could probably wait a couple days.
Once a watchtower of the Dunedain, now a refuge for Orcs. Candaith the Ranger strives to break their foothold in the Weather Hills.
It had to be in the rain, Candaith. We couldn't put it off one night.
What do you need?
We must make haste, Geralad. We have the leaders of these Orcs cornered like rats upon the slopes of Weathertop. If we can defeat them, we may yet break the will of this war band and drive them whimpering to their masters in the south. Be prepared for anything. Consider me prepared for anything. God, can you imagine what the Forsaken Inn looks like right now? With a storm like this? Really? Uh-oh. A little bit of lag. Not the end of the world, but definitely noticeable. You want me to take the torch? Very well. Done. What do I place it on something? Oh, here. This? Aha! I really like this sticky gourd. We will need to split up. Well, okay. The path diverges ahead. I shall follow the trail to the right, you follow the path to the left. If all goes well, we'll meet again upon the peak of Weathertop. Wait until I have passed from sight before you proceed. Remember, we must defeat the leaders of this warband if we are to discourage them. Use the torches you find on the unlit pyres along the path. They may draw the attention of nearby orcs. Seek out enemies Bubhosh and Moose. That sounds like the worst law firm in the world. Alright, well, I'm going to switch out torches. No, I can't. Why do I drop it? Yes. well, apparently they're gonna hold my hand pretty hard here. Excellent. Holy crap. Definitely did not bring out their heavy hitters for this, did they? Okay. We're not missing anybody, right? Wouldn't want to miss my chance to meet Bub Hosh or Moose. They sound like delightful people. Going pretty well. What's all this ruckus? Hello, Buckhoff. Your name is terrible. You shouldn't speak to your boss about getting a new title. I'm assuming that this is the wrong way. Let's try this first. Okay. Well, I'm clearly making an elementary mistake here. I guess I'll light the pyre. We'll see what happens. Aha. Doing okay, Lily? I guess this rain is right up your alley, huh? Jeez. All right. I really wish I could find goblin chatter that you hear. I would love to find like a ringtone for that or a text tone. You hear it? That's delightful. Ooh, yikes. Alright, let's try this. Oh, shit. Well, that was kind of wasted, but... Make sure I'm not missing my turn. Hello there. You know, I can't say I don't like what they've done with the place here. I mean, this fence is a really good idea. You have done well, Geralad. Better than I, it appears. Uruk Hai and orcs nearly bested me, and my wounds run deep. But you must not concern yourself with me now. Beyond that gate is the Uruk who leads this force. Pass through the gate and defeat him. We cannot allow these orcs to have a hold on the north. Kendaith actually remains one of my favorite rangers as the story progresses. Alright, how do I want to do this? God, nothing to it. Oh, hey, this isn't good. Situation. Olag Snaga. Because of course that's his name. My wounds are grievous, but I shall recover. Come, we shall return to my camp. It is time for us to leave this place, Geralad. See how much nicer it is out here?
How can I be of service?
Do not concern yourself with the orcs that remain. This far removed from the Southlands, they will dwindle and become only a small danger to travelers through the Lone Lands. We have won a pivotal battle, my friend. You have earned some rest, I think, for the great threat posed by these orcs is now finished. Now, let me aid you in your endeavor to find Radagast the Brown. Oh, yes, I want this hat.
How can I be of service?
I managed to track Radagast south, and there met friends, the Eglain, who make some ruins here in the Lone Lands their home. They are a solitary and quiet people, having shunned societal obligation for a simple life eked out here. The few that do venture towards the more civilized areas of the world are still different than most you will ever meet. Because of this nature, they are truly wary of anyone who wishes to traffic with them or their allies, and it seems that Radagast has enlisted their aid, not only now, but at some time in the distant past. I fear that you will need to earn the right to speak with Radagast. I have done what part I can. My horse will take you south and west to the Forsaken Inn. There you should seek an audience with Gadarak Moots. He will know your name. Be safe, Garalad. Or he will know my name, because I have already dealt with him. Okay, I think... Let's see what we got here. New hat. Definitely putting that on. Don't care about this, really. Another new chest. Cross your fingers. Ooh. Ooh. These are both good. 43 maximum morale. Holy smokes. Makes up for the kind of subpar other stats. Still, nothing to shake a stick at. We will not be taking Candaith Source. We will actually be checking these first. Defeat trolls. These are basically pointless because they are related directly to the Fellowship maneuvers, which currently, up until level 50, are worth something, but they have never been balanced past level 50, or maybe level 60, I can't remember. Champion of the Lonelands. I mean, currently I'm the Undying, so can't really get better than that. Yeah, that's it, actually. We're going to call it there because we don't want to take the horse back. We want to, you know, hike ourselves because we're still in desperate need of ore. God, look at that face. Jeez. I like the eyes matching the cloak, though. Okay, I appreciate everybody that tuned in, and we will see you next time.